70th round. Well, you think this will go down? I have 70 rounds without cleaning the barrel, nothing. I've done nothing to this gun but load and fire. 70 of these. All this is a red tube, holds my powder. Mini ball. This is actually not even a 5.77. This is a 5.77 from Jefferson Arsenal. And the lube on the bullet is the correct Civil War era lube from Jefferson Arsenal. Look at that. I know it's not super close, sorry. Ready? Oh, look, just look at that. No force. I mean, a little force, but look at that, look. Look at that, boom, seated. 70 rounds, folks. 70 rounds. I realize I'm not telling the NSSA or the National North-South Skirmish Association guys anything they don't know. But, again, 1861, reliability. 70 rounds, no cleaning, no nothing. Let's see if it hang fires. See if it misfires. Ready? Want to see? Watch. Oh, but the 71 or the 61s are super unreliable. Yeah, okay. Hey guys, so what I want to talk about today is the Pedersoli 1861 Springfield. And kind of want to talk a little bit about the 1861 Springfield, the original rifle as well. But first we'll give you a look at this one here. And like I said, this is made by Pedersoli. I do Civil War reenacting, and so this gun gets used quite a lot. I do my best to take care of it, but you know, it just, when you get out using it in field conditions and you're shooting a ton of rounds through it, it is what it is. So anyways, so let's talk about this rifle as it is here. So when I got this gun out of the box, had some issues with it. This gun, I guess I should say, this gun is probably 2 years old, I think now. So let's see down there. So the one main major issue I had, well, there's a couple of them, but the one main one I had is, you can see this barrel band here, see underneath there, that dinged up the wood there, and you can see, I don't know if you can see or not, but there is tons of scratches the whole way going up the barrel here. See right there, you can definitely see that one. So what happened was, you see that bit of dirt. Sometimes the dirt, the stuff just doesn't come off of the barrel. But anyway, sorry. So this barrel band here, this one and this one, they were way too tight. I don't know who the hell put them on, but they were so tight that once I was able to get them loose, pry them loose on the bottom there, they actually scraped the top of the barrel. You can see right there's another one. They scraped the top of the barrel coming off. They both did that one and this one here. They were extremely way too tight. They don't need to be that tight. They have barrel bands on them, or I'm sorry, they have yeah, they have these things here to stop them. I can't think of what the name of those are, but anyways, so once I got them off, I didn't put them back on like that. What I did is I actually took my Dremel and I Dremeled the inside of both these barrel bands out, and they fit much better now. Obviously, when I'm at a reenactment, I can't be taking, well, I can, but I don't want to be taking tools to this just to get the barrel bands off if I need to, which I actually don't take the barrel bands off at the reenactments. So, but either way, I wanted to be able to get them off my hand, so I did that. The other issue was this rear sight here. Every time I'd go to load, the 3 would pop up. Or maybe it was even the 3 and the 5. They would both pop up. They were extremely loose. I did try to tighten the screw there. It didn't help. So what I ended up doing, I just JB welded it, and you can see some JB weld there. Just JB welded it down. I don't need to use the 3 and the 500 yard mark. So that fixed that, because I actually get pretty annoyed when I'm live firing this, or at a reenactment, if I gotta load and then I gotta push those sights down. I can't stand that. It's one extra step, so I just JB welded it down. So the other issue I had with this, which was kind of my fault, so when I got this gun, this thing was packed in grease, like packed in grease. And I feel like there might have even been a little too much grease. So what I did, and you can see the marks there, the reproduction marks, which are pretty cool. That's what I like about, one of the things I like about Pedersoli is they go the extra step and they put all the correct markings on, as well as some non-correct markings, but that's okay. I'm actually proud to have Pedersoli on the side of my gun. So anyway, so this thing was packed in grease, and I was like, I can clean it out, no problem. I'm used to cleaning Cosmoline out, it's fine. So I got some brake cleaner and I sprayed inside the barrel. I got all of it off the top. I took some patches down. I soaked it in brake cleaner, pushed it down, got it out, and I was like, we're good. Went out, shot it, not good. It did work, but it didn't work right away. It took a couple caps, and then it did work, and the fouling on this thing was unbelievable. I think I got like 5 shots off, and then it took like everything just to get a patch down there and come back out, and it was just caked in this like ungodly fucking mess. So I was actually talking to a couple of the North-South Skirmish Association members, and they were actually instrumental in helping me figure out how to get this thing completely cleaned. So what I ended up doing was taking the barrel out of the stock and putting it from like here to the sight in a bucket full of acetone. And what I did was I took my ramrod and I put a patch on the end, and it was a tight fitting patch, and I sucked acetone up through the nipple here. I took the nipple off and I sucked acetone up through here and through the maintenance screw, and I would push it back down and it would like pressurize it and it would shoot out of both holes there, and that ended up getting it out. I actually thought originally something was wrong with this gun, and there's actually a black powder shop not too far from me. Well, actually it's like an hour, but so I took it up to them and I had their gunsmith look at it for me, and I was like, hey, listen, I don't know what's wrong with this. I don't know if it needs cleaned better. I don't know, can you get it working for me? So they had it for like 2 weeks. Sorry. He said he cleaned it, but I still had the same problem, and that's when I got a hold of the the North-South Skirmish Association, and they were able to help me out with it. So the gunsmith, the black powder gunsmith, didn't do anything really. But yeah, so once I got that cleaned out of it, then I started on this idea of I want to try to load as fast as I can, and I want to load as many mini balls as I can. And so that took some experimenting. With this gun, 5.77 mini balls work perfect. If I shoot 5.77, I mean, if I mic them and then I run them through a sizer, if I do all that and I shoot exactly 5.77, then I can shoot 60-70 rounds out of this gun without stopping to clean or anything. I don't have to do anything, just load and fire. And I actually got this gun so hot I actually blistered my hands. Anyway, so that was the only issues I had with this gun. Other than that, it's a beautiful gun. I really like Pedersoli. I've always liked Pedersoli. So, and I actually was watching a thing on, I guess, SHOT Show. I guess they were at SHOT Show or something like that. And basically they build these. They have an original at their factory, and they build these based off their original, and that's why they have the correct markings on them. So I thought that was cool. You can see some down there. It's starting to come off. No problem. I can refinish the stock if I need to. Like I said, this thing gets used. It's not, you know, not a safe queen by any means. With regards to originals, So a lot of people say, and you even get this, like if you watch Mac's channel, Military Arms channel, he has one of these, and he shot it, and he kept getting, he would put a cap on it, wouldn't ignite the charge, and he would say that, oh, that's normal, or he'll get a hang fire. Oh, that's normal. It's not normal at all. These things are 110% reliable as long as you have the correct caps. That's the big thing. He was using CCI caps, and in my experience, as long as you pack a ball down, the CCI caps do okay. I like to get the foreign caps. I don't have any out here with me, and those are when you shoot one of those caps off and you compare it to a CCI, even a CCI regular cap, like musket cap, not the reenactors, seriously, there's a night and day difference. The foreign made caps will ring your ears a little bit. The CCI caps, they don't. They sound like a cap gun. But these things are 100% reliable. The 1861s, and even back in the day they were. There's another myth that the 1863, so they have the 61, the 63, and the 64, and those all have little changes. So the 63, it deletes this clean out screw here, and they actually drill the bolster into the barrel, directly into the barrel. This bolster goes down and then goes straight over. There's a 90-degree angle when it goes into the barrel. So what they did in 63 was they kind of copied the Enfield, the 1853 Enfield, and they just drilled it into the barrel. And they also deleted these here. They might have done one other thing. I can't, for whatever reason, it's escaping my mind. But those were the two main things they did, or three, because I guess the three would be deleting this clean out screw here. So then in 64, they kept this stuff here. They deleted they kept the deletion of the clean out screw and the deletion of the 90-degree turn, but they added these back on because they were finding that the barrel bands were coming loose over time without the barrel band retaining. I don't know why I can't think of what these are called. Anyways, so a lot of people will say that the 1861 is not, it's reliable, but it's not as reliable as it should be. And the 63 and 64 models are 100% reliable. That's untrue. There's absolutely no historical fact to that I've found. Anytime I've ever seen anything on the 1861 that the soldiers wrote home or whatever, they all loved the 1861. And I think that myth gets kind of blown up because reenactors use this gun, and when you don't compress the black powder, so if you just load black powder and then put a paper wad down and pack it tight, or a mini ball, it's harder to ignite the black powder, and because black powder works on compression, you need to compress it for it, and then as soon as it's compressed, it just needs a tiny bit of spark, and it fucking goes. When I'm live firing this, I never have any problems. When I'm reenacting, I will get a couple misfires. Sometimes I have to even tilt the gun over to the side and smack it on the side of the lock plate to get some of the powder in the bolster. But that's only when I'm whenever I'm reenacting. I didn't know that at first. Like I thought that you should just be able to put the powder down and ignite it, and I had a big deal about that. I thought that was a huge problem, but it's again my lack of knowledge. So, well, it was my lack of knowledge. So, anyways, so what the 63 and the 64, what the 1863 and 64 are, is they're actually wartime expedients. So basically, what the War Department did, whoever was running this, said, listen, the Enfields, they work great. We can delete this. We can delete the turn there. So that's two different drilling processes you have to do in the bolster. And we can delete these. And we'll save, I don't know, 50 cents per rifle. And back in 1863, it's a lot of money. All right, we'll do it. So they did it. And then they realized that wasn't such a good idea, so they put those back on. But this happens to all guns in wartime. All guns, they need to figure out how to make them faster and easier and cheaper during wartime. So the model 1863 and model 1864, sometimes also called the Type 2 and Type 3 Springfield, they're wartime expedients. There's nothing wrong with this gun. This gun is 100% reliable. It gets echoed, and it's just a myth, and it gets echoed by reenactors, and it's simply not true. You know, they weren't shooting blanks at each other in the war. They were shooting mini balls. I bought this to go with it. Also, I take this to reenactments with me. It kind of looks like a piece of wood, but it's I got this off the Track of the Wolf, and what it is just a big cleaning rod. I mean, it'll go the whole way down. So there's the whole way down, and then look how much is still sticking out of the top. So it'll go the whole way down, and what I can do with this is I can put anything on it, put a cleaning jag on it, a worm, anything. And this actually comes in handy because a lot of guys, most of the guys will just use their ramrods, and there's nothing wrong with using a ramrod to clean. The problem is the ramrod, even with the attachment, only goes, like when you stick it whole way down the bore, I think you're only like there, that much is sticking out. And depending on how fouled your bore is or whatever, it can get stuck. So I just like to use this. This leaves me a lot of room to grab onto if it does get stuck, which I don't think I've ever gotten this thing stuck. But also, so a lot of times guys will accidentally leave a patch down there or something happens. I've had to use this several times since I started reenacting, which I haven't been reenacting long. That's a long story there. I'm not going into it right now. But anyways, I've had to use this, I think twice, 2 or 3 times, to help guys get stuff stuck out of their bores. Because like I said, I got worms. I got a whole cleaning kit thing I take with me, and I put it in a correct period 50 caliber ammunition box. It's actually pretty cool. So the other thing I do with this is, even when I'm at reenactments, I'll put this in my tent. When I'm done using this, I get it cleaned up. It goes in a silicone sock. And even when I'm at home, because this doesn't fit my gun safe, it goes in a silicone sock. And then this here is, I guess this is correct. They tout this is correct. But I don't know. I'm pretty sure the soldiers wouldn't be using this. I don't know what application this would be for. But all it is just a, it's the correct material, I guess. And it's waterproof. I forget. They call it Terrid or something like that. I'm not too familiar. I can't quite remember. But it's like the same stuff they make the ponchos out of. Correct ponchos for the day. And all it is there's nothing in there. It's just this. And once I put it in the sock, it goes in this. It gets tied. Then if it does rain real bad and rain gets in my tent, this will protect this from getting wet. So this is waterproof essentially. So that way, if you leave your gun out overnight, which most guys do, they're usually okay. But if you, I'm weird. Again, this gun's expensive. So anyways, I'm dragging on and I'm talking less about the gun and more about reenacting, and I'm sorry, but I use this gun for reenacting, and it is what it is. So but even if you get this gun and you don't reenact or anything, I still suggest you get a sock to put it in, because it is in the white. So, and that's how they originally came, and they will and do rust up on you. Even as good as I am with taking care of it, if you don't take the proper precautions, and I actually need to order a new one of these because I like to change these out every year, and you don't take the proper precautions, you know, they'll just get more rust. Plus, this will help from getting further damage to the gun. Like I said, it doesn't fit in my gun safe, so it kind of just hangs around wherever I put it. So for me, and you can get something like this if you're interested on a place called C&C Sutlery. Sells them. Any Civil War sutlery online probably sells these. And I got this puppy here on Amazon. So if you're looking, now you can go just about anywhere and they sell the gun socks. The problem is they don't sell long enough gun socks. So you got to measure the gun. I don't want to say because I think I'm going to be wrong, but I think it's like 58 inches or something overall length, or maybe even longer, maybe even 62 overall length. So you really got to make sure. And this gun sock is actually longer than the gun is. So, but I suggest getting one of these gun socks just to help protect your investment. And don't be afraid to hit it with emery cloth every now and then. They did that back in the Civil War. I have books. I have a book called Confederate capture and repair. And in that book, they state that, you know, they shine these up with emery cloth. So you're not going to hurt the gun by hitting it with emery cloth. Just don't hit it with, you know, sandpaper. And this sling here, I think I might have got this sling on eBay. Just type in 1861 Springfield sling. They're actually a little weird to put on. As you can see, that's like one piece. That won't come off. And then, but there's videos on doing that. So anyways, Pedersoli makes a great gun, and I should have this for a long time without any work to it. Just take care of your weapons. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll talk to you guys later.